So there's unsanctioned fist fighting in this garage.
Yeah.
Like a cage fight.
Yeah.
They stole your mom's van?
They stole the whole van, dude.
You had a black eye in your school photo?
In my ID picture, yeah.
And then they just chased you down in like an SUV or something?
Yeah.
Whoa, what happened? I'm so glad you're here. I'm here with one of my favorite comedians, Damon Monday.
What's up, baby?
Not just a comedian, also a professional partier, right?
That's what I do, man. That's what I do.
What makes you say that?
I've been throwing parties since I was 17. I've been bringing people out, man, and I'm the oldest of 4 kids, but I'm the only one that wants to go out or be out past 10:30.
Okay.
Even though my youngest brother, he's 23 years old, and last night he called it a night at 10:15. And then I went home and
So how many? Wait, where did you grow up?
I grew up in Pasadena.
Okay, and how many? You said you had 4 siblings.
I'm the oldest of 4, so
Okay.
I got 2 sisters and then a little brother.
Were you the biggest troublemaker? Or
Still am.
who was the biggest troublemaker?
Still am, dude.
That's you proudly.
Still am. No, I don't let these kids get away with nothing, man. I don't let them do nothing.
The way you're saying that, I think we should bring your siblings in for some trauma dumping after we're done.
You know what, dude? You should have been over at the crib last night.
Oh, what happened last night?
Oh, we were just playing board games
Okay,
and, a little anomia
We were
action.
getting scared, and then you said board games. I was like, oh, a cool kind of party.
Oh, dude, yeah, no, for sure. No, we haven't been physical with each other.
You don't really strike me as a fighter, because I remember from seeing you on stage, you always say like hugs and kisses to the audience.
Hell yeah, dude. Hey, you know what, man? Weed and mushrooms will do that to you, baby. Weed and mushrooms will do that to you.
I can't imagine you being in a fist fight and be like, you know what? Hugs and kisses.
Yeah, baby, yeah. When I was in high school, I was listening, when I got into, I've always been like into rock music. I was into classic rock for a long time, but then when I started going to shows, found metal music, hardcore music, jumping in the pit.
Oh, you must have seen some wild concerts.
Oh, dude, crowd killing. The first time I seen people crowd killing, I was like, yo, this is where I want to be.
What is crowd killing?
It's when you throw elbows at the edge of the pit, dude, and then whoever's there, or you jump off the stage, do a front flip, and take your docks to the top of some dude's dome, for the love of the game.
Were there any particular concerts you went to that are more memorable of like something wild?
I must have been like 16, 17. I went to the Chain Reaction.
Is that a band?
It's a venue in Orange County. I think it's in Anaheim. We'd see a lot of bands there, but then there'd also be bands that I would see at Warped Tour, but in a much more intimate space.
Right.
So that was always fun. That was the first time I stage dived.
You stage dive? What concert was it at?
So the funniest one, it was for Such a Mess and This Wild Life. I get up on stage and I was about as big as I am now.
Yeah.
And I jumped off stage and these guys caught me and then just kind of let me down real softly.
Right.
And I was like,
but if you asked anybody right after that, you were in the air for like 6 minutes.
Oh, dude, I was flying, dude.
You were
I made
flying.
it
You had
9
wings.
rows back, dude. 9 rows back. But the craziest one was at Warped Tour.
Okay.
Warped Tour 2013. I went with a couple friends from school and I was watching Bring Me the Horizon.
What, this band?
It's a band, yeah. And I ended up crowd surfing. I got up and then somehow they carried me all the way to the front. When you get to the front at Warped Tour, the security guards will bring you down. Security was trying to pull me off the crowd, but for some reason the crowd chose me to hold on to him. They're like, no, send him back. Don't let security get him. So I was like, my body was this tug of war between the crowd and the security guard.
Yeah.
And
that's how you lost your virginity.
Dude, you know what? That's the way it went, dude. Lost my Oakleys and my virginity, dude. It was a graduation picture, man.
Yeah, still looking for his pants to this day.
Dude, I remember one year, my cousin, he was like, dude, I don't know what happened. Like, at one point, I lost my shoes. So, and everyone loses their shoes when you're crowd surfing.
Yeah.
And I went home with 2 left Converse. Like, showed up with some Vans, went home with 2 left Converse, dude.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Did you ever get mugged or anything at any of these concerts? Or
nah.
So it wasn't that sketchy.
At those ones, at the garage shows, it was a little different.
Okay, what happened at the garage shows?
I threw a show when I was in high school, called it the Marshall Rock Fest.
Were you in a band or just kind of like a pimp of music?
So a little bit of both, dude. A little bit of both. But there was a guy that connected me with one of the bands. He was like, yo, you do this? Fucking come to one of these parties, dude, out here in the Azusa Canyons. We go out there and there's a mosh pit. We're in this like huge like yard. In the garage there was like sanctioned gambling and fighting.
Oh my god, there's gambling and
Yeah.
fighting in this dude's yard?
Yeah, or
And you
in
were
the
not
garage.
expecting
In the
this.
garage. I didn't know that. I
Yeah,
actually
you
wasn't
just
allowed to go into the garage the first couple times I went to this show or to this party.
you were at some stranger's house and there was gambling and
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there was headgear, there was
Right.
gloves.
Oh my
They would
god.
jump in and make sure you hugged it out afterwards, you know what I
That's
mean?
wild.
Yeah, yeah, and I was really mad at my dad at the time, dude. So I
Right.
was like, "Yo, any dude who looks older than me can get it, bro."
Right.
I'm throwing elbows at
So there's unsanctioned
men.
fist fighting in this garage.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
a cage fight.
yeah.
You were at a cage. How old were you at this cage fight?
17 years old,
And
dude.
did you go in the ring?
Yeah, a couple
Oh
times.
my god.
Oh, it was only like 3 or 4 times,
Still counts.
you know, but, the last time I was there, I fought twice in a night,
Oh my god.
and, I made a joke. I said, "Yo, if you're shorter than my shoulders, I'll fight 2 of you." And I did, with the power of Jack Daniels and Fireball whiskey on my side, dude. Yeah, yeah.
That's wild. So did it get bloody?
No, we had headgear, we had
Okay.
gloves. It was like boxing gloves, it wasn't MMA gloves
Right.
or nothing. There was one day, one of the guys who was part of the motorcycle club associated with these parties was like, "Hey, man, so, we got this situation. This dude was doing some not cool stuff, and we've heard about this before, but it happened again last week. He's
Right.
coming tonight. I want you guys to tell him that you guys are gonna go do some blow or go smoke or something outside, and I want you guys to fuck him up."
So you became like a bouncer for it sounds like a crime ring almost.
Dude, you know, it was
Sounds like
you know, I used to say I was a goon. I was goon,
Right.
but you can't say that no more.
No.
These Gen Z kids and these Gen Alpha kids took
Yeah.
goon and turned it into something else. But I did that once.
So who was the guy that told you that you had to go whip some ass?
One of the big homies,
Okay,
just one of the big homies, dude,
one
yeah.
of the
one of the bikers.
I'm so opposite of this world that I'm trying to think of the right word. One of the mob bosses. We'll say. One of the-
He was a soldier. He was a soldier, a high ranking soldier.
I love
not
how
in
quick you are
charge.
to say, "Don't say mob boss."
Yeah. But yeah, man.
Definitely not a mob
Yeah,
boss,
no.
especially if he's watching. Not a mob
You
boss.
know, yeah, yeah.
He's a very nice man.
Yeah. He's got kids now. He's got kids. No more bikes. He
Yeah.
doesn't ride his bike no more.
He actually is a professional babysitter too now.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
changed
yeah,
his
yeah.
life. So if anyone wants their kids watched,
He's actually got a TLC show coming out, dude. But yeah, that was pretty wild. And then he gave us $200.
my so-called mob boss.
Yeah, yeah, my so-called mob boss, dude. Oh, dude. You know, like I said, I listened to really aggressive music. I was really mad at my dad. I was like, yo, I'm gonna be Jax Teller when I'm 23, dude.
So what kind of guy was your dad?
Sports guy.
Mm. Who did he root
super
for?
jock. He's a Dodger fan. I mean, we're from LA, so
Right.
diehard Dodger fans.
Was he silly? Was he did he whip ass? What kind of
You
man
know,
are we seeing here?
He's a
Were you
he's a pretty silly dude. When we would leave a drive-through, like if we were at McDonald's or Jack in the Box, it would be him and then like me and then my siblings in the back. And as we drove off, instead of saying thank you, and they'd be like, "Thanks for coming," and my dad, "Thank you," drive off, he would go, "Spank you," and drive away. So he was a silly dude. He was a silly
Right.
dude, but he was also very serious.
And they're inside the restaurant going, "Oh, it's the Monday family again."
You know? Yeah, exactly, dude. Exactly. Exactly.
What were you like at school? What kind of kid were you?
Real
Yeah.
silly. I had a pretty tight.
Were you like
of
I was a smart ass? Were you the smart ass in class?
Yeah, yeah. Couple teachers would actually. Let's see. It was Mr. Covey, Miss Goss, Mr. Simon. They all called me a smart ass. Mr. Shady called me a smart aleck once,
Right.
and then.
And then he said, "Oh, I can't believe I swore. I'm so sorry."
Yeah. And then his across the street teacher, a couple years later, when I had her, she goes, "You know, Joey was right. You are a smart aleck." And I was like, "Hey, there we go, dude. I got a reputation, dog." But I would always make the teachers laugh, and they would like try to hold their laugh, and they just didn't like that.
So did you ever get like a detention or anything?
I got detention for cursing one time.
We all do,
Security
yeah.
guard, he heard me. I don't remember what it was, but I was like, "Oh, fuck that."
The same thing
Yeah,
happened to me.
Yeah, I was like, and
You weren't even like talking to a teacher. You were just
Yeah.
like walking down the hall, right?
Yeah, no, I was walking down the stairs to lunch, and then the security guard was right behind me, and he tapped on my shoulder. Mr. Bradford, R.I.P. Actually, just found out last week that he passed away recently. But he tapped on my shoulder and he goes, "You want a glove? You're having lunch with me." And he gave me a glove, and he was like, "I'll see you at lunch, dude."
Right.
And, he was like, "Get your food and come back over," and I was picking up trash, and I'm trying to think, there was another
So
time
you
I got
had
in-school suspension once for pretending to smoke.
pretending to
Yeah, I
smoke.
got
What did you
a
have, like a candy cigarette?
it was a Smarties.
It was?
So you take the Smarties, and if you roll it on the table and it kinda crumbles up a little bit, you can or just blow out the side and it'll be some smoke,
I
and
can't believe you got suspended for that.
it was in-school suspension,
That's
in-school
still
suspension.
suspension,
Yeah, it was
that's
crazy, dude, it was
ridiculous.
crazy. I wasn't allowed to go to was that 5th period? I
Where
didn't go to
were you
5th period
trying to
for, like, 3
impress a
days.
girl or something?
Nah, I just told the homies, "Yo, look what the homie showed me, dude." Like, I was hanging out with some other dudes over the weekend, like, one of my dad's friends' kids.
Yeah.
I was like,
I thought you were gonna say I was hanging with my dad. He was
that
like, "You wanna see how to smoke crack?"
dude, for real, dude. You know, actually, my dad smoked cigars, my grandpa smoked a pipe. I was so infatuated with smoking from such a young age. As soon as I turned 18,
Mhm.
my grandpa took me to a tobacco store and bought me a corncob pipe. Dude, I love smoking, dude. I love smoking. Hookah, a pipe,
That's
weed, whatever it
hilarious.
is, dude, I'm down.
So you had security at
Mhm.
your school. Was it a dangerous school, or did anything ever go down?
Before I got there, there was, some race wars,
Really?
and then Armenians versus blacks.
So that was like a straight up biracial gang war in your school.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I caught the
Did you
when I
hear what
got to
happened or anything?
oh, there was, like, straight up scraps, like, dudes were getting, like, certain people were, like, their backpacks and, like, they were getting searched as they got to school. When I got to that school in 7th grade, 'cause it was a middle school and high school, the junior and senior year classes, they were, like, the tail end of that generation of
They were the
debauchery.
survivors.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, exactly, survivors, dude. I remember one time
Don't
at
let
lunch
history repeat
dude,
itself.
yeah, no, they did not want that, man. I remember during, it was like a fair, you know, where they get, like the math club is selling boba, the arts club is selling pizza or whatever, and
And the
from
seniors were selling brass knuckles. It
dude,
was
yeah, dude, yeah. And these guys were all seniors. I remember them because a bunch of them, a handful of them, were in the same, aisle as me for PE in our in the locker room, and the one dude had a Mexican flag
right.
on a pole, and he's waving it, and there's 15, 20 guys behind him, and I remember one security guard just started running. He's like, "Hey, man, I'm gonna need all of you guys to go back that way, and you're gonna need to give me that flag." And they're like, "What?
Right.
Why? Why? Like, what's the problem?" And he goes, "Dude, you got 15 of your buddies walking around. I got a big old Mexican flag, and you guys are all walking up in a group. I don't know what's gonna happen, so I'm gonna need you guys to go over there." All of a sudden, dude, a carton of milk starts flying,
No.
hits the dude with the flag,
No.
boom, and then fucking they clash like right by the signs.
Who
The
clashes? What
the
happened?
Mexicans and the blacks, dude.
While you were at school,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
saw a fist fight go down. Was
Oh,
there
dude.
blood?
Um, at that one,
Or
I
were
was
they did they also have the boxing gear on from the
no, no, no,
garage?
not there, not there, no.
They're like,
By
"I'm gonna
the
kick your ass after
yeah.
it's safe and I've got my helmet."
Right, exactly, dude. You know, that one, unfortunately, the crowd kind of gathered around it, and we were sitting, like, in the pergola area, so when we saw what was happening, like, we were like, "Oh, shit, we gotta go, we gotta go." So we got up, grabbed our backpacks, and as we were started going down there, the crowd was kinda big, security was breaking it up.
That's wild.
Yeah. So
Uh,
not I mean, not a dangerous school per se, but there was
yeah.
instances that popped off.
Not a dangerous school, but just every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, someone would have blood coming up
You
their
know
lip.
you know? You
But it's
know?
America, so that's pretty safe, all things considered.
Fucking I didn't hear no bell, dude, thought
No
it was
one ever had a
America,
gun
dude.
or anything, right?
Nope. No. You know what? There was one time when I was in elementary school. It wasn't a gun, it wasn't a gun, but I actually ran into this guy recently.
Very safe, very safe. But in elementary school, someone did have a sawed-off shotgun.
It was, he had a pocket knife,
Okay.
and he just thought it was cool because he, like, stole it from, like, his cousin or his uncle or something. He was like, "Yo, check this shit out." And I was like, "Yo, that's sick."
Yeah.
And then I told my dad, I was like, "Yo, you have knives. Guess what? My buddy Alan, he's got a knife too." My dad was like, "What?" He was like, "What do you mean he showed you his knife? Was he like, 'Hey, look at this,' or 'Hey, I have a knife'?"
Right,
And I
right,
was like,
right.
"Oh, no, he just thought it was cool."
Right.
I thought it was cool.
Yeah, like, who goes home to tell like, who gets, like, accosted with a knife, and then they go home and tell their dad, "It was really neat,
Yeah,
Papa."
dude. Yeah, for real. And, I actually ran into him at a taco
The
spot.
knife guy or your
Yeah,
dad?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Ran into my pops a little while ago,
Yeah.
dude. But But yeah, I was at the taco spot and the homie Alan pulled up in his truck and I looked over and I was like, yo, that looks like Alan. And I saw him staring at me and I was like, dude, it is.
You're right.
Started talking and then turns out, I didn't know this at the time, but he goes, yeah, bro, it was crazy. Cops pulled up, like they had to call my mom in.
He's talking about the knife incident.
Yeah. And
Okay.
I was like, dude, I had no idea. And he goes, yeah, but after that, I was like, well, I know he didn't do it on purpose. Damon seems like a cool guy. And then after that, we became buddies.
That's awesome.
After that, we became buddies, dude.
That's wild.
Yeah.
What kind of jobs did you have growing up, or did you make money in any weird ways?
I hustled a little bit playing handball because
Okay.
no one ever thought that I was.
What do
gonna
you
be good at
mean
handball.
hustled playing handball?
I would like gamble on handball.
Wait, what's handball?
The,
and how
the
did
little
you?
rubber with the little
How
rubber
old
ball.
were you when you started gambling?
8th grade.
Okay.
8th grade, 9th grade, and I would play with the cholos at school.
Okay.
And we'd play for like $2, $3.
And how does handball work?
It's like a little rubber ball. You just hit it against the wall, one bounce. If you, I don't remember if it was 3 points or 5 points, but if it's like 3-0 or 5-0, that's a skunk, and then they lose. But you play to 7 or 11.
Got it. And you were just good at it.
I was pretty good, man. Like I said, I can juggle, dude. My hand-eye coordination is pretty wicked. You know,
Yeah.
I'm a sick athlete, dude.
Right.
But I did that. My godmother used to date this guy who was in a car club.
Mhm.
And then I would like sweep up I was 13 and I would like sweep up at the garage, or like I would park a car and they'd give me
Okay.
like, they would tip me.
Like under the table
You
sort
know
of
what I
stuff.
mean? Yeah.
Who did you say got you the car job?
Oh, my godmother.
All
My
right.
godmother. Yeah, she dated this dude that was in a car club.
Right.
They were called the Zombies.
You seem like you have a pretty wild family. Was the godmother the wildest? Like, who's the wildest member of your family?
Yeah, for sure her.
Oh, it is
For
her.
sure her, dude.
It's
Yeah,
her.
for sure
What
her.
makes you say that?
When her and my mom were kids, like it's my mom. My mom is the youngest of 4 girls. So she was the wild one of the group that was always, you know, a little bit aggressive and, you know, hanging out with the dudes and being down to fight and talking shit, you know, talking shit from the car. Or whenever like guys would be like, hey, sweetheart, like, where's your man? Like, cool car. And she'd be like, fuck you, this is my car.
Right.
Fuck your gay ass Miata.
And you're in the
That was
seat
her.
as like 5
7
years old licking a
dude.
lollipop.
Yeah, dude, yeah. Yeah, she just bought me a PlayStation. I'm all excited, dude. I got ice cream.
Yeah.
And she's like, fuck you, pussy.
Now we're going to church.
Yeah, dude, yeah. Yeah, I mean, but she's cool, man.
Did your family have any sort of unique traditions or things that you think only your family did?
For a long time, I thought we were the only ones that were fighting at the crib. I was like, no one else's sister is saying I hate you.
That's hilarious.
I was like, that's pretty unique.
I thought it was very special that we were beating each other up, but no, that's all families.
Yeah, that's a lot of fans. Turns out, dude. Very relatable.
Yeah,
Very relatable.
100%.
Yeah. Both sides of my family, my mom's side and my dad's side, are very family oriented, but they go about it a different way.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like if my mom's family got beef with someone, like I got aunts and uncles that haven't spoken to each other,
Yeah.
but they're siblings.
Yeah.
But then like my dad's family is like,
And you'll never find out what
dude,
happened between.
yeah, never, dude, never. But like my dad's
If you
family,
ask
they'll be-
anybody, they're like, I'm not getting involved. I don't want.
you know what? Go talk to them. Go talk to Veronica.
Yeah.
Go talk to Steve. You know what I mean? Like,
And then when you talk to Veronica and Steve, they're like, oh, he knows what he did.
Yeah,
You never
exactly,
get the answer.
exactly,
You
dude.
never get the answer.
exactly. Whereas my dad's family, they'll talk shit to each other,
Yeah.
and then
And then they'll say,
someone
and
brings
that's
the other
why
guy
I
a
love
beer.
you.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And then they have a beer afterwards,
Yeah.
dude. And everything's cool. And
Yeah.
everything's cool.
You said you were the troublemaker.
Yeah.
What were your other siblings kind of like?
My younger sister, very school forward, always
Mhm.
doing homework. We were all athletes.
Oh, you were?
So we were all very busy all the time.
What
I
kind of
played-
sports did you guys do?
Oh man, dude. I played baseball. I played water polo. I did competitive swimming. Little bit of hockey.
I played all of
sisters-
those. I was so bad at all
Really?
of them.
Dude,
Yeah.
I loved it, man. I loved it. I actually had a scholarship. It wasn't a full ride, but I had a scholarship offer to go to play baseball at Pepperdine.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, but I said no because I didn't want to take a religious studies class or do homework.
R-
I threw a rock show, dude, and we made like $400, and I was like, yo, I'm doing this forever, dude. Yeah.
So how many years has it been that you've regretted that choice?
You know what, man? Only during playoffs.
Okay.
Only during playoffs. Yeah.
Yeah, your childhood sounds awesome.
You know, in hindsight, dude, I was killing it as a 17-year-old. Dude.
Yeah. Who do you think is the first person that you met that you were like, that's a cool person or a rich person? For me, I was at a friend's party and a guy came that was the weatherman at
Uh-huh.
the local TV station. I was like, "Oh
Hell
my
yeah.
god, this guy is Hollywood." I
Fuck.
remember
Where are
thinking
you
that
from again?
Massachusetts.
Okay, okay, bet.
Yeah, I
Like the
was in
local weather guy,
yeah, the
dude.
local weather guy, and it wasn't even my station, like, I'd never seen him before, he was just a weatherman, and I was like,
Yeah,
"I want this life."
that's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
I think for me, when at some point in high school, I remember someone saying like, "Oh," we were just talking about what you wanna be when you grow up. I was like, "I just wanna be the guy." They're like, "What the hell does that mean?" I was like, when, like, if someone comes into town, they need to know where to go for this, if they need to know where to get that, like, I wanna be like, just, "This is my city." I
Yeah,
wanna be the guy that can just take you anywhere, because my dad was kinda the guy. Whenever we went to restaurants or something, my dad always knew the owner.
right.
There was this one spot in particular, Luigi Ortega's. There was a handful of people that thought my dad was the owner because whenever he would walk in, all the workers would be like, "What up? Hey, wha" and then, like, before we even order, they would just bring, like,
Yeah,
a bucket of beer, a couple pizzas, and then we'd just be taken care of.
that's amazing.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
so
they thought your dad owned the restaurant.
yeah, just because we were there all the time,
Yeah,
dude. And the only reason we were there all the time is because my dad's buddies would hook us up because it was a family of
right,
6.
right,
And it was,
right.
cheaper to eat at the spots where the
Yeah,
homies were hooking it up, dude.
yeah.
And I was like, "Dude, I gotta fucking figure out how to do this."
I wasn't a summer camp kid, were you a summer camp kid?
No, I did parks, like, I was part of the Parks and Rec swimming program, like the
Okay,
LA '84 program.
what's that?
When the Olympics were here in '84, after that, the Parks and Recs program started doing, like at the city park, it was like a swim team. They had a dive team. My sister did synchronized swimming. I played water polo there. So every summer, it was water polo and fucking freestyle butterfly. Every summer, dude. Every summer. My parents just did not
In
want us
the
to have
off
free
season
time.
from the fist fights in the garage.
Yeah, 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 yeah. It was a little
I
bit
was
prior to
doing
that. Water polo
butterfly.
toughened me up.
It did,
Water polo toughened me up. I
it did.
remember I don't remember if it was my
Never did
sophomore.
I think someone would say water polo gave me grit.
Dude, I didn't think so either, but these
Okay.
motherfuckers were nasty, bro.
Alright.
Like, I don't remember if it was my sophomore or junior year of high school, but in my school
For people
ID,
that don't know, what is water polo?
it's like, hockey and soccer in the water,
Okay.
and you gotta be fucking strong. Like, you gotta like, I would be able to get out of the water up to my waist and just, like, sit
Oh,
there
really?
and, like, be the goalie or, like, try to block
Right.
people. I was the guy that would sprint for the ball, so I'm sprinting, we're going for the ball, and me and this guy were going back and forth, like, the whole time, talking shit to each other, throwing some fucking underwater elbows or knees,
Yeah.
and, it was, like, right before school registration, and when I got to school to take my ID photo, I had a black eye because I got into a fight. It wasn't really a fight, it was an
So you had a
underwater
black
scuffle
eye in your school photo?
in my ID picture, yeah.
And that happened from the water
From
polo?
water polo, dude, yeah. From having a scuffle with the water polo guy, dude.
That's like those guys that are, like, in jail, like, "How'd you get here?" And it's just, like, the totally most mundane thing.
Yeah, 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 fucking I robbed the ice
Damon's
cream truck,
tough,
dude.
yeah.
Yeah.
You must have been in a gang fight or something. No, water
Water
polo,
polo
water
dudes,
polo.
just hanging out with the whites and the Asians.
One guy got off his noodle a little too fast for my comfort.
The noodle, yeah. Oh, man. But yeah, dude, no, I thought water polo was pretty lame until, I started playing when I was, like, 13, but as I got a little older, like, the guys that were playing, like, in clubs or, like, for their school, those guys were a little tougher and, like, a little meaner, and I was like, "Oh,
Okay.
now it's time to party, boys."
So you said you played a bunch of different sports. Would
Mhm.
you say the water polo was the most dangerous one, or
So I think, the only time things ever got physical was playing water polo or playing baseball.
right?
Yeah, I remember this one time this dude tried running me over and I knocked him down.
A guy tried running you over?
Yeah, because I was the catcher. So it
Oh,
was a
not
play
with,
at
I thought you
home.
meant run over with a car.
Oh, no, 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 no.
Thought you were
Tried
gonna
taking me out at the plate.
I got almost run over by a car once.
Dude, hey,
Yeah.
after high school, that happened.
You did?
It
You almost
happened.
got run over by a car?
Yeah,
On
actually got
purpose? Intentionally?
yeah, they were trying to get the group of us.
Whoa, what happened?
It was a group of these skinheads that
Mhm.
that are the guys that I was hanging out with were beefing with.
And then they just
Scrapped in the
chased you
parking
down
lot.
in like an SUV or something?
Yeah, it wasn't an SUV, it was like a little, I don't know if it was like a Corolla or just like a
A
little,
Mini Cooper?
yeah, something, yeah, Mini Cooper with a PT Cruiser, a wood panel with a PT Cruiser, dude.
That
Like,
red Fisher Price car.
yeah, dude, yeah. But I think we were going to like Jack in the Box or something down the street, and like one of the homies like punched the car, and then they like
Right.
stopped, and then as we started like running at them, they just kept going.
They learned their lesson.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, exactly, exactly.
You were like, if you want, no, you were like, if you want a real fight, meet me in the Olympic pool at the high school. I'll water polo your ass.
And we'll freeze out to the middle. We'll freeze out to the middle. Ironically, I learned how to synchronize swim.
Okay.
Ironically, because my
Alright.
sisters did it.
Right, yeah.
And then like I would just make fun of them at the pool because I lived in an apartment complex and we had a pool there. So whenever we were in the pool, I was like, man, I was like, hey, look, and then I would like just do the sickest ballet.
Yeah, yeah. That's
Just
hilarious.
the cleanest oyster of any 14-year-old boy.
You lived in an apartment.
Mhm.
When I was a kid, we got robbed once in a house. Did anyone ever get robbed in the apartment? I feel like it'd be easier to get robbed in an apartment.
They definitely broke into our parking
Okay.
space. One time they stole my mom's whole van. Like they stole
They
the
stole
whole
your
van.
mom's van?
They stole the whole van, dude.
What do you mean they stole the mom's van?
Like days after Christmas.
After Christmas?
Days after Christmas.
What are you talking about?
So I don't remember exactly what was happening. I think we were still on like Christmas break or like winter break. And my mom goes downstairs and she comes back. She's like, the car's gone. And I was like, what do you mean? She's like, the van is gone.
No
We were
way.
like, what? We called the police, dude. And the van ended up being maybe like 10 minutes away, like parked in someone else, like another area, but everything from the van was taken out. The spare tire from the back was taken out. The jack from the back was taken out.
Wait, the presents were still in there?
So it was like a day or two after Christmas, and we still had stuff in there from like going to Christmas at my aunt's house. Yeah,
You lost all your Christmas presents?
a decent chunk of them.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
I remember the one I was most bummed about was the Yu-Gi-Oh.
Of course,
It was like
yeah.
the wrist thing, because you know in Yu-Gi-Oh in the cartoon he would like play on the deck, but if you were just scrapping with someone on the streets, Yu-Gi-Oh style,
Yeah,
he had that big watch that with the wings on it.
yeah.
Slide the card into it. I got one of those, dude.
And you had it for 24 hours.
Said goodbye, dude.
Yeah.
Said goodbye.
Imagine if it was just your godmother that stole it all.
That'd be wild, dude. That'd be wild.
She's
would
like,
be
I
wild.
want that Yu-Gi-Oh card
Yeah,
slot.
yeah. Dude, actually, a couple months ago, I was tired. I get home. I was a little too tired to be driving. So as soon as I parked my car in my carport, still in the same apartment complex, by the way.
Is the one you grew up in?
Yeah, yeah.
Right now.
Right now.
Does your family still live there?
Some of them do. Like my grandparents live in the unit next to us. My uncles.
Oh, you're such a nice little boy.
Dude, you know? Hey, but I'm the protector of the complex.
Yeah,
dude.
no kidding.
Like there's been times where I've like walked dudes out like with a baseball bat.
Right.
Like, nah, you're not hanging out here, dude. I don't know who you're looking for, but there's no one named Johnny that lives here.
Right.
But
there's no one named Damon Monday that lives here. I don't know what you're looking for, but he ain't here.
Dude. I don't know what you need. You're looking for the wrong guy.
You want him? He's down at that Mexican restaurant where they know everybody knows him.
Exactly, dude. But I remember this one time I'm parked, and at the time our garage, like the gate was broken.
Mm-hmm.
So it stayed up. I think I went on my phone, but then fell asleep, and like I woke up. And this dude is just walking like around the corner.
That's terrifying.
Then I hop out the car. I'm like, "Yo, what are you doing here?" And he's like, I'm just I'm waiting to see my buddy." I'm like, "Who's your friend?" He's like, "Oh, is his name?" I don't remember what he said his name was. Like, "Yeah, he lives over here." I was like, "He lives here? That's weird, because I live right there."
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, what are you gonna do?" I was like, "You want to keep looking? I'll show you what I'm gonna do." And then I just went in and I grabbed my phone, and I didn't really call nobody, but I was like, "Hey, bring the bag down. Bring the bag down," implying that we had a gun somewhere.
Right.
And then I put the phone down. And I was like, "Yo, dude."
Or a Speedo and a polo volley.
Right, exactly, dude, exactly. Put on some headgear before we start, dude. And I told him, I was like, "Yo, you can wait for my brother to get down with the bag, or you could see what this golf club tastes like."
Oh my God.
And then he walked away. Honestly, it's one of my life dreams to break somebody's knees with a golf club or baseball bat. One of my life goals.
I like that your other goal was, I just want everybody to like me.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Exactly. I'll throw
but
a
on
great
my
party,
terms, goddammit.
dude. You heard, dude? You heard? It's going to be a safe space. I can guarantee it.
That's really funny.
Yeah, as long as you're on my side, it's a safe space.
I can't believe I'm saying this. We're out of time.
Hey, this was fun.
This
man.
was awesome.
Yeah.
I'd love if you guys want me to bring Damon back, let me know in the comments. To wrap things up, I always ask the same 3 questions.
Hit me.
Question number 1, in one sentence, what is the first memory that pops up is like a happy memory from your childhood.
Oh, man.
We can take a minute to think about
No,
it.
I know
Yeah.
exactly what it is, dude. It was just me and my little sister at the time, so I must have been 2 or 3, and I'm sitting at a table with my dad, and he used to have these little keychain hockey guys. You know the kid that's, like, taking a piss like the Calvin and Hobbes cartoon where he's, like, taking a piss on something? So my dad had little hockey guys like that, and we would play hockey, like, with a bottle cap,
Aw.
like a beer bottle cap,
Yeah.
and we would play that, and, like, that's, like, one of the earliest memories I have. That and, like, spilling juice on the
Yeah,
kitchen
yeah.
floor.
And that just made you happy.
Yeah, dude, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I had a Ninja Turtle, I was a hockey table with Ninja Turtle figures, like, what's that called?
Oh, like
Foosball?
okay, yeah,
But it
yeah,
was
yeah.
hockey.
Bubble hockey. Like
Yeah,
the
yeah, bubble
thing.
hockey,
Yeah,
yeah, with
sick.
Ninja Turtle characters. I
Sick.
loved
Yeah,
that
yeah.
thing, yeah.
Dude, yeah, that's fun. Bubble hockey's great.
Okay, second question. I forgot what it was. Oh, I remember. Second question.
Second question I always ask.
Am I on your good side?
You?
No,
Yeah,
okay.
absolutely, absolutely. Oh, okay.
Second question. If you could go back and give yourself one piece of advice as a kid, what would it be?
Don't worry about what other people think,
Yeah.
and you are good enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that was like an ongoing thing for me for a long time, not being good enough or
Right. Well, that's why we all become comedians, because we think that's the answer.
You feel me, dude? You
Yeah.
feel me?
Then 6 years in, you're like, no, I'm the problem.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, dude, exactly. Exactly.
I think you're enough. You're awesome.
Thanks, man, I
Yeah.
appreciate that. I
Everyone,
appreciate
I'm
that.
sure everyone in the comments is going to be saying so. Last question. Before everyone comes, I always ask them their favorite childhood snack.
Yeah.
I'm sure you remember what you said.
I do.
But what was your favorite childhood snack?
Yoo-hoo chocolate drink.
Like, you'd choose that over Oreos?
I actually just found out there's a new flavor, cookies and cream Yoo-hoo, just got it at Walmart.
Nice.
Currently in my fridge getting cold, and I intend on cracking that boy open tonight.
Well, the reason I ask is I got you a gift, and it's Yoo-hoo chocolate milk.
Shut up. Are you
Yeah,
serious?
I'm totally serious.
Are you fucking serious, dude?
Right
oh,
there.
Oh my God.
And,
That is cold, dude. Can I drink one now?
Well, what I like to do is I like to cheers the snack.
I was actually going to bring one of the cookies and cream ones on the car ride over here,
Oh, really?
but I was running late because
Yeah,
I
yeah.
had to poop twice this morning. So
He says as he hands me chocolate milk. You're like a connoisseur here. You got like a special
oh,
method
dude, yeah,
to
you
it.
gotta get all the flavoring off the bottom, dude.
Cool.
Bro, oh my
cheers.
God, thank you, dude. Yeah, dude.
Head to gladpod.com for more podcasts or to support us on Patreon. Either way, I am so glad that you were here.